Alright guys, welcome back to another Honkai Star video, and yeah, the live stream for the live stream preview for version 1.1 has already ended. I just watched the English one. It actually got delayed to today, so that's why it's my recording so it's delayed. It's supposed to go live yesterday, but unfortunately due to some technical issues, it got delayed. So finally it's out and I've watched it already. So I'm gonna give you guys my full recap on this update, what do you guys think about it, and what do I think about it. So let's get started. Alright, so we are now at the YouTube channel, so I already opened the video you can see over here. So we're going to go through some of the things that I find interesting to talk about and things worth mentioning in this recap video. So basically, version 1.1, we pretty much know we're going to get a Silver Wolf as well as Lutra and also Yukong as the new units coming to version 1.1. It's just that we don't know we don't know the phase of which phase they're going to be in, but finally it's unveiled in this version, which we'll talk about later. So they actually introduced Silver Wolf over here. Let me just go to the part. There we go. So Silver Wolf is the first new unit coming in the game. She's Quantum and using the Nihility path, so that's pretty nice. I'm sure everyone has already met her because she's in the storyline in the initial start of the game. So we pretty much get to use her for like a brief moment before they take her away. But finally she's coming, and she's coming in version 1.1, which is pretty nice. From what I see, she's basically like someone can debuff enemies pretty nice, which can reduce the defenses, attack, even speed. From what I see, so she's really a majority. She's a debuffer unit. From what I see, it's so far looking pretty nice. If we take a look at some of the, you can see some of the they show us a bit of a footage of the gameplay and everything. So far I see, yeah, she's very good in weakness breaks, removing toughness bars from enemies pretty instantly, which is crazy. And I think if you wanna get her, I think she's pretty okay. But let me explain the next character later, which I think you should get that one more than this one. But let's just move on. So Silverwolf is done. Now let's move on to the next unit I'll talk about, which is Lucha. So this one actually got me interesting a bit, obviously because he's a healer, so that's one. But anyway, he's an imaginary type and abundance path, which means he's a healer. And the banners, yeah, we'll go through the banners later. So basically, his skills is majority of it heals your team basically. So I remember I saw if you attack an enemy, it heals you when you attack an enemy, which is pretty nice. I think I'm not sure if Bilo does that. I don't think Bilo does that, but yeah, currently in the game we only have two healers. This is what I'm talking about. This one, we have Natasha and Bilo at the moment. So Bilo, not everyone has it. So getting Lutra, I think, is way more better than getting Silverwolf, in my opinion, in version 1.1, because in the Memories of Chaos, there are two teams, and I think getting him is better so you can survive and heal your team. At least you won't die so fast, right? So, in my opinion, I think getting this character is way worth it than getting Silverwolf, in my opinion, especially if you're free to play at the moment. You might want to skip Silverwolf for this character because I think it's worth it for the Memory of Chaos. If you're into Memory of Chaos, I think it's worth it. But if you don't care about the Memory of Chaos, then yeah, you can just go for who you want basically. And the last new unit is Yukong. So this one is a 4-star unit, imaginary as well, and harmony, the harmony path. So from what I see in the gameplay and everything, they showed us, yeah, she holds a bow, which is pretty nice. She buffs allies, which means she buffs the attack, crit damage, and even crit rate, which is pretty insane. I think she's a very good alternative. If you don't have Bronya, maybe Yukong will be the one because she's also imaginary, and to be honest, there's not many imaginary units in the game right now besides Weld, right? So I think Yukong is a bonus in this banner already. Speaking of the banners, let me show you guys the banners. So they showed us the bit. The light cones, they showed us the light cone designs, but I'm not going to talk too much about it because we don't have any stats about it. So these are the two light cones that are coming. Let's go to the banner. So this is the first phase. So we're gonna get Silver first from the version update until 28th of June. So that's a pretty good amount of time before the banner closes. So we have Dan Heng, Asta, and Serval. So this banner, from what I see already, the 4 stars on her banner aren't looking that amazing, to be honest, because all these characters you actually can get a copy for free. Dan Heng, you get it from start of the game. You get a free copy of Asta just by making the first ever warp. And Serval, you get it for free from the pre-registration rewards. So this is basically not the best banner ever already, but if you're looking for eidolons for these characters, they can be very strong as well. So it really depends on your account. If you really build Danheng to the max, and you already have like E4 or 5, maybe you can get a last eidolon. I think this banner is pretty okay. So it really depends on your account actually. So for me personally, especially if as a free to play, I probably won't be going for Silver Wolf. So most likely no warping on these banners at all. Let's move on to the next one on phase 2 on 28th of June to 18th of July. So this is the next phase. And the banners here aren't looking that bad. We have new character Yukong in this banner already, which is a bonus already. We have Ching Tre and we have Pella. So these are all pretty okay units as well. They are very nice. Obviously Yukong is the selling point here because I think she's the one that buffs the crit damage and crit rate of your team. So I think going for Lutra is more better than going for Silver in my opinion. Because there's a new character here, so it will be nice to try out someone new, right? So that's really nice. So this is the banners, and then let me skip ahead to some of the events. So the events are next. So there is a new first. This is the first event, the Starhunt Game. So this one looks like this is the one we'll be getting it first from version 1.1 until 19th of June. So we get a bunch of rewards. We're getting a free light code over here, which is pretty nice. We got the Tracks of Destiny and some Stellar Jades and some resources for your characters as well. So that is pretty nice. I think they showed us the light cone design. There we go. This is the design of the light cone. Looks pretty nice. And now let's move on to the next event, which is the museum one. So this one is called the Everwinter City Museum Ledger of Curiosities. So this one will go later a bit, looks like 9 June. Yeah, it's gonna be live a bit later, right after the previous event, all the way to the 26th of June. So this one is actually a very nice event, and you should play this one because it gives you the self-modeling resin. This item is very hard to get because you only get one of these per battle pass. So once the battle pass period ends, you have to wait for the next one to get another one, which will take a long time. So basically this event gives you an extra one more on top of the new battle pass which is coming in version 1.1, which is amazing because this one you can actually choose your main stat that you want for that particular relic you're trying to craft, and it really helps building a team. So this is very good. Tracks of Destiny is a nice bonus, Stellar Jades as well, and a bunch of resources for your characters, which is a bonus. So let's just skip ahead to the next event, which is the Stellar Flare. So this one I think is a combat event. So we have another Tracks of Destiny. We got the Stellar Jades, and this one also is a very nice event because they're giving away some relic salvage. So this one you actually can get only by salvaging 5-star relics, and you get like 10 of these for one 5-star relic. So getting a bunch of these actually is good, so you can actually craft your own relic that you want, because the relics, as you guys know, is very random, right? So crafting your own one is much better, so I love this one already. We have a bunch of resources again, which is pretty nice. So this one is the combat event. Let's move on to the next one, which is the Garden of Plenty. This one will start a little bit later on the next, I think July. So July 10 it starts. And this one actually is pretty similar to Genshin's overflow events. So it's like double drops for 20 worth of resin in Genshin. But in this game, I'm not too sure because you can actually choose between 10 to 60 Trailblaze power to go one shot. But they said it's double, so we'll see how it goes. Probably there'll be like 3 attempts you can do per day, and that's it. I'm not too sure about this one, but I'm just guessing if you, let's say you spend 10 Trailblaze power, you get double the worth of those rewards. So let's see about that once it drops. So you can get double resources for the EXP materials and credits, and also trace materials, which is pretty handy because I actually need a lot of trace materials, and I'm very running low on those things. So this is a very nice event to have, and it only lasts for 7 days, so don't waste on this one. And another event, yeah, a bunch of events on version 1.1. We have lab assistance in position, so this one also will be in July. Sorry, it will be in June. Sorry, in June, 19 June to 3rd July. So that is pretty nice. This one actually, I don't know what is this. Could be a recipe or something, but we're getting a recipe. Looks like from this event, Stellar Jades, and also some resources as well for your characters, which is always a bonus. And now we have also, okay, this one is a new companion missions, also known as a story missions or story quest, you want to call it, for the characters. So we're getting Silver Wolf story, we're getting Bailu's one, we're getting Yanqing's one, and also Lutra's one. So this is pretty cool. More storyline content is always a bonus and it's a nice thing to have. We don't have any main storylines, so this is only missions that we're getting for version 1.1. So we have to wait for future patches, looks like, for the main storyline to continue. So let us move on to the next part. And this one actually comes by a surprise. They actually announced this at the end of the live stream, almost the end. We have the Gift of Odyssey event. So this is like a daily login, basically, like that we had in the first patch. So this one is pretty nice as well. And it ends on the 18th of July. So that is pretty nice. So make sure to claim this one, don't waste it. It's a free 10 pull on the limited time banner. So that is amazing. And I would love to see more of this come in the next few patches as well. So that's pretty nice. And I think that's really all I have to say. Yeah, that's all of the live stream, and yep, that's basically it. The rest of the stuff is just some quality of life improvements, like they have the chat system now in version 1.1, so you actually now can chat your friends. Previously in version 1.0, you only can just add your friends, and that's it. You can't really do much. But now looks like they're gonna add this feature. It's pretty much similar like what they done in Genshin Impact, so that is awesome. And I think there's one more change. Let me just find it. I think is, yeah, this one, now you can actually locate auto locate the enemies which drop certain materials in your handbook. So this is the change they've made as well. It's a quality of life improvement. So those are the two major changes, and I'm not sure that anything else changed. You have to check on the patch notes when it drops, but yep, that's pretty much it for the Galactic Roaming Livestream version 1.1. So what you guys think of this patch? Is it gonna be a good patch or not? In my opinion, from the see all the events and everything, it looks gonna be amazing for me. I can't wait to try the companion missions for all the characters that are coming. Obviously, I can't wait to play the events, get all the rewards and resources and everything. It's always nice to have those extra strategies as well, so I can save up for the next character that I want to pull, which is fantastic. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys for watching this recap video of the Galactic Roaming special program for Honkai Star Rail. So that's all for me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.